Today I bring you da, 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 da. Guess where I just got back from. Okay, this is an old hat. I got it last year in LA, but today we are going to be talking about my most recent trip to LA. If you're new, I'm Makayla and I go to LA a lot. In fact, I just booked my next trip to California next month for VidCon. Comment down below if you are also going to VidCon. It would be super cool to meet up and meet you. If you follow my social media or have been keeping up with this channel, you know that my boyfriend and I recently went to Los Angeles for the weekend. We found this great deal on flights and just couldn't pass up a nice weekend getaway from this Minnesota weather we've had recently this spring. That being said, I know last year when I got back from LA, I made a 10 things you have to do in Los Angeles video and you guys really loved it. In fact, that video is almost to 100,000 views. If you haven't watched it, check it out down below and maybe we can make it 100,000 views. In that video, obviously, I talk about 10 things that you have to do in Los Angeles, but since I recently went back, I came up with another list of 10 more things that you have to do in Los Angeles. If you haven't watched my other video on 10 things to do in LA, I definitely recommend watching that one first since it has a lot more touristy things in there and advice on how to see the Hollywood sign and where to eat and the Hollywood Walk of Fame and all of that. But since we already did a lot of touristy things last time, I have a list of 10 more somewhat touristy things, somewhat cooler things, some free things, maybe some things and places that you didn't know you could do in LA that I recently discovered as well, and more restaurants, brunch, and dinner places that you can go to since I get a lot of comments on that video as to where to eat. I also have advice on where to stay this time, which I didn't last time in that video. Before we get started, give this video a thumbs up, a comment down below, and subscribe to this channel. We really are like one big family over here with lots of love to go around, and it's never too late to join. All you have to do is hit subscribe. With all of that being said, let's get right on into these 10 more things that you have to do in Los Angeles, California. The first thing that you have to do in California is visit the Getty Museum and the Getty Villa. I have been meaning to visit the Getty for almost 3 years now, ever since I started going to LA, and I finally was able to do it. That being said, make sure that you leave a lot of time to visit the Getty. It's a huge free museum with an outdoor garden, a villa, and a ton of exhibits. It's just such a wide array of art and beautiful architecture and gardens. The Getty is completely free and a great place if you're traveling with kids because there are a lot of outdoor garden areas and lawns to sit in. It was such a beautiful day. We got to go to the garden and see all these beautiful flowers and fountains. The museum itself is full of art ranging from modern periods to really contemporary periods, as well as really old Renaissance periods. They had an exhibit on Peter Paul Rubens when we were there, as well as a ton of pieces by Monet, Manet, Degas, Vincent van Gogh. As you can tell, modernism and impressionism is definitely my favorite period, but there is just so much to see. Go to the Getty. Also, what's really cool about the Getty is you have to take a tram to get there, so if you like a little train ride that views all the mountains and valleys of California, then you'll enjoy that. The second thing to do in LA is hike Runyon Canyon. In the other video, I mentioned the Hollywood hike, and that is definitely fun if you like the touristy Hollywood sign and if you've never done it before. If you're looking for an actual hike that is a bit more challenging, a bit more hands-on and actual hiking, then I definitely recommend Runyon Canyon. I am not athletic in any way. This trail kicked my butt. It was really challenging. I should say that there are different trails. There's the easy trail with like a concrete paved path, or there's an actual hiking trail with 2 destination points. One is called Cloud Destination. Peak of the mountain is Imagination Point. I wasn't expecting to make it to the top, and we ended up going to the top, and it was insane. Eat a good breakfast before you go, bring lots of water, wear layers. I ended up taking off my tank top and just wearing my sports bra because it got super hot out. We went at 8 a.m. It was a great morning hike. The hike took us about an hour or 2 to complete, and then we Ubered back down, but it was definitely worth it. Beautiful view of LA, and you can actually see the Hollywood sign from the top of Runyon Canyon, and Runyon Canyon has the love locks as well. Super cute. We didn't bring one, but if you're traveling with your significant other, pack a little lock and you can write your initials on it and lock it to Runyon Canyon. I think that is such a cute idea. Anyway, if you're into athletic things or just want to start your day with a fresh morning hike, I definitely recommend hiking Runyon Canyon. It's great, and I got a ton of cute Instagrams out of it. The third thing to do in LA was probably my favorite, and that is to take a tour at Warner Brothers studio. I loved this. It was definitely my favorite thing to do. If you are obsessed with Gilmore Girls, Pretty Little Liars, any of the Batman superhero movies that I know nothing about, the Ellen Show, the Friends set, oh my god, go to Warner Brothers, take a studio tour. It was about $65 for a tour, and then I think it's 90 something for VIP. We didn't do VIP, we just took a normal tour, and I think it took up about 3 or 4 hours. It's so in-depth. I cannot speak for every tour since it will be different depending on your tour guide and the day that you were there, but my boyfriend and I took this tour on a Saturday, so the studio lot was pretty empty since nobody was at work on a Saturday, and I think it worked out to our favor because we got to walk around a lot of the sets and lots, and our tour guide took us onto the Ellen stage, which we wouldn't normally be able to do if it was a weekday and she was filming, but I got to see the Ellen studio. It was amazing. It was probably the closest I will ever be to the Ellen DeGeneres show. But I got to see the Ellen show, and we got to see the Friends set. We got to go to the remake of Central Perk, as well as the Central Perk Cafe that they have. Oh, the gift shop got me good. Warner Brothers gift shop is unreal. If you're obsessed with Pretty Little Liars like me, I got to see every single place that this show was shot. I don't know if this is funny or embarrassing or something to be proud of, but before our tour guide could even introduce where we were, I was like, that's Spencer's house, that's the barn. I knew everything, and it was the craziest, coolest feeling because that show really grew up with me. I watched that show from age like 14 until now. It had a big impact on my life. I don't know if I can explain that, but it was just really cool to see everything. If you love television and filmmaking and want to be center stage at where it happens and how it's made, then definitely take a tour. You won't regret it. This was probably my favorite thing of the entire trip, and it's inspiring me to be more creative and produce more and be more involved. It was just life-changing. So definitely take a tour if you are thinking about it. It's worth the money. It's worth the hype. The fourth thing to do in LA, I did mention in the first video, and that is Griffith Observatory, but I need to mention it again because who knew there was a first floor? Not me. So my boyfriend and I went back to Griffith the first night in LA. I will link the travel diary in the iCard above, as well as down below if you want to see our full vlogs of this trip. I have a couple videos. I also did a montage on VHS. I'll link that down below as well because I'm super proud of it. It's something unique and different. Maybe you'll enjoy it as much as I enjoyed making it. But we went back to Griffith Observatory for our first night in LA to watch the sunset. I don't know if it sounds dumb to say this, but I didn't know that there was a down floor level with more exhibits and more to do, but there is. It's huge, and nobody was down there, probably because the majority of people didn't know that that was an option. But I remember my boyfriend walking to the back of the museum towards the stairway and being like, can we go downstairs? And I told him, I don't think we can. It's probably just bathrooms. And then we went downstairs and it was just like, where are we? Also, who knew that the Getty Museum has a gift shop and a food court and all the stuff hiding downstairs? Their gift shop was amazing. They have so many cute things. If you go to the Getty, go downstairs, get the most out of your trip, go to the gift shop. The floors were sparkling. That's all I remember from the gift shop, but it was amazing. The basement was full of interactive exhibits, including meteorites from space. I got to touch a piece of the moon with my moon finger because there was a meteorite that fell from the moon downstairs. And of course, head back upstairs to watch the sunset. If it's not cloudy, you can look through a telescope. It's really cool. Check it out if you haven't. The Griffith Observatory will always hold a dear place in my heart. Also, Griffith Observatory is free, but my boyfriend and I paid to see one of the planetarium shows. The second the lights went down and we saw all of the stars projected, I started bawling, and I don't know why, but it made me cry. It was that moving. I think it was $5 for a show. Definitely worth it. See it. Let me know if you cried as well, or if I'm just super sensitive, but it was amazing. The fifth thing to do in LA is visit Alfred's tea room. There are only 3 of these in the world. 2 are in Japan, and then this one is in LA. One of my YouTube friends, Sarah Green, vlogged going to Alfred's tea room. I've seen a ton of other YouTubers go there. It's a couple blocks from the iconic pink wall, if you're familiar with LA. And if you go to Alfred's tea room, get the pink drink. You won't regret it. It's their signature drink. I wanted to try something new, and so I got it, and it was so good. If you like bubble tea or just cute places, go to Alfred's tea room. You won't regret it. The 6th thing you must do in LA is go to the Grove. The Grove is an outdoor shopping mall with a ton of stores. The Grove is also where my boyfriend and I went out to dinner that evening, so we got sushi at Blue Ribbon. It was so cute, so worth it. Their chocolate cake, that's a game changer. But it was really great. So if you're looking for a good sushi place that isn't insanely expensive, Blue Ribbon is a must. And Blue Ribbon is the 7th thing that I have on my list to do in LA. So if you're looking for a sushi place, definitely check out Blue Ribbon, and it's at a shopping mall, so there is a ton to do. Also, the Grove has a farmer's market, so that was really cool to see as well. It smelled like the state fair, so it smelled really good. The 8th thing to do in LA is visit Santa Monica. It's one of my favorite places to go. Actually, my favorite place in LA is 180 feet above it on the Santa Monica Ferris wheel. Favorite spot, favorite thing to do. There is so much to do in Santa Monica, especially on the pier. You can walk the boardwalk, go on a couple rides, play some games, touch the ocean. Like, Santa Monica is a great place to visit. Always so much to do, always so full of life. I really love Santa Monica. That brings us to the 9th thing that you have to do in LA, and that is visit Venice Beach. So Santa Monica and Venice Beach are really close to each other. They're within within walking distance. My boyfriend and I actually Ubered to Santa Monica, spent a couple hours there, and then walked down the boardwalk all the way to Venice Beach and went down there a little bit. We really wanted to make sure that this time when we walked the boardwalk, we went down to the shore so we could touch the ocean or let the ocean touch us. And the 10th thing to do in LA is aimed at a particular audience, but visit Brandy Melville, because if you're from the Midwest like me, we don't have it there. Usually I only get to visit Brandy once a year at VidCon, and I was blessed this year to find a Brandy Melville in Santa Monica and have a little shopping spree while I was in LA. I actually got this top from Brandy. I love it so much. Yellow is my new color, can't you tell? I got a ton of other cute clothing items from Brandy as well, so be on the lookout for my Brandy Melville haul coming up shortly. Those are the 10 things that you must do in LA. Now let's move on to a couple food places that I checked out and highly recommend if you haven't been to already. The first on the list is where we got brunch our first morning in LA, and that is Bona Cafe. There are a couple locations. We went to the one in Brentwood because it was closest to the Getty. So yummy, so organic and fresh. And then we also got some freshly squeezed juices. Bona charges $2 per thing in your juice. I believe I got apples, lemon, and ginger, 2 for $6. So it's $6, but it was so good. Oh my gosh. Of course, my other favorite brunch places in LA include Earth Cafe. We always go to the one in Beverly Hills. That's where I want to be. Mostly because it's closest to where we're staying. Earth Cafe, #1, get the green tea bubble tea. It's my favorite and they make it the best out of all places. Another good place is Toast Cafe. This one's pretty close to LACMA. It was too far from where we were staying to make the Uber out there, but Toast Cafe is so delicious. It's so good. If you have the time or are close to Toast, I definitely recommend it. Their food is amazing. And another good place for breakfast is Simple Things. We went to the location really close to Warner Brothers up by Universal in that area. We chose this cafe because it was within walking distance to our Warner Brothers studio tour, so this way we only had to pay for one Uber to drop us off at breakfast, and then we walked to Warner Brothers. It's good, it's quiet, it's simple like the title, and it's not that expensive, so it's great. Oh, they do have bottomless mimosas. We did not indulge, but if you wanted to, they're there. As for where we stayed, I know that in my other video I get a ton of questions and advice asking about where to stay in LA, and I was always staying with a friend, so I never had to search for a hotel or Airbnb, but this time my boyfriend and I chose an Airbnb to stay in. We got this really cute guest house bungalow in someone's backyard. It was perfect, just what we needed, and it was pretty cheap. It was cheaper than a hotel. So if you're into Airbnb, definitely check it out. I would recommend it. Coupon code is down below. That is it for my second trip in LA with my boyfriend and 10 more things that you have to do in LA. I hope that you enjoyed. Comment down below what you think I should definitely try out next time in LA. There are still a ton of things on my California bucket list that I have yet to do, but if there is something that you would love to do in LA or think that I would enjoy, comment down below. I would love to hear it. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to see more. I have my LA on VHS, full LA travel vlog, and my LA in like 120 seconds montage. They're all super cool, super fun projects that I love working on. They're all listed down below, so check them out if you want to see more. And don't forget to watch the 10 things to do in LA video that I made last year, because there are a ton more things and ideas and prices for you to check out in there as well. But I really hope that you enjoyed. In 2 days, I leave on my trip to Myrtle Beach, so subscribe to see more travel videos and more fun things to do in different cities. I cannot wait to make more of these. With all of that being said, I'll see you guys very soon in my next video. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.